Alrighty, I'm on to the latest season of Doctor Who. Man, isn't that crazy? I feel like we just started. I don't, it's been like 3 years, but, man, I'm gonna miss the show when it's over. Oh well, luckily, I'll know it'll come back, because this show is really timeless. Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Doctor Who. Last time on Doctor Who, we had Resolution, where basically there was a Dalek, and then they had to stop a Dalek, and they stopped a Dalek. That's essentially what happened. So yeah, that was basically the gist of it, that there was a Dalek there, which is the first time the 13th Doctor has encountered the Daleks, which is pretty cool. And there was a whole thing about it being like a scout, and there was also Ryan's dad, Aaron, who tried to make amends, then almost got killed, and so they made amends. So, yeah. And that was pretty much that. It was an alright episode all around, but I did want a bit more from it, especially from the 13th Doctor. This time around, we're moving on to the most recent season of Doctor Who, which technically, I mean, we're only a year behind technically, because this aired in 2020. But yeah, this is the latest season of Doctor Who. Isn't that insane, man? That's just insane. But I love it. We are moving on to Series 12 today. Like always, because it's the first episode of the season, full length is going to be available for anyone who wants to watch it. So you can head down in the description or to the pinned comment, click on the link. That will take you over to my Patreon page where you can watch my full unedited reaction. Now, there's no show footage because I can't just give you the episode. That's quite illegal. And so what you're going to have to do is sync up your copy of this episode of Doctor Who to my footage, basically. And I've made it as easy as possible to do so hopefully you can go in and do that, and it's all good. And when you're done with that, you can pop back over here for the discussion. However, if you don't want to do that, you can always just wait a few seconds and we will start the normal reaction here on YouTube. But yeah, you can go do that, and also, if you like full-length, maybe consider signing up for full-length, full-time over at my Patreon page, which is just $5 a month. So, yeah, that's basically that. Is there anything else to say? I mean, 12 series in, I feel like we're still going to have to say no spoilers in the comments whatsoever. I'm not saying this because of anyone in particular. I'm just going to give that a general no spoilers in the comments whatsoever. However, I do need to make something known. I know something that's going to happen in this episode. Well, I guess I don't know if it's this episode specifically, or if it's the next episode, because I know this is a two-parter that we're about to watch. I do know something that happens. Specifically, I know a character that's going to be in this episode, and we'll talk more about it after it is revealed in the episode. But just know, in case you're watching this, like, he didn't have a really big reaction to that, then you'll know. It's not that, I don't care or anything. It's like, it's that I kind of already knew, which is unfortunate. And we'll talk about that more once we get past that point. But yes, just a quick little disclosure before we get started that I do know one character that's going to be in this episode. So, at least I think this episode. It's either this episode or next episode. It's definitely by the time of the finale. I know that. But I think it's supposed to be in this episode. So, yeah. But we'll get to that when we get to that. With all that being said, let's get right into this episode of Doctor Who, Series 12, Episode 1. Here we go. Now we're in Moscow. Again, am I watching Doctor Who? What is this thing? What's happening? Ah! Alright, finally! A cold open! That's not a good.
Is there a problem, guys?
Call the doctor.
There's the blockage.
Duh!
Sorry, group message. Gotta concentrate. Just call and say, hi fam. am. Where are you? Just in an hour. You're late.
All three of them are late? That's not concerning to you?
All of you.
They had to get all the government goons to get her.
Can I finish up first? Just training the water slides, and the boating lakes, and the rainforest floor. Plus, I'm waiting for my mates.
Of course, she's not actually...
inside the car.
She's not actually doing anything.
Ever.
Look, it's in all your best interest that you come with us.
I like she wasn't actually doing anything important on the TARDIS.
In half a mile, continue ahead and merge with motorway.
Friend Atmos. Wow! Okay! Oh god, okay. I was about to say, Jesus, take the wheel. I don't know if Jesus did that, though. Oh my god, it really is Atmos. Oh, come on, there's gotta be something. Oh, shoot it back. Oh, alright, that was clever. Woo!
Tell me who you are, and I'll tell you face to face just how possible that actually was.
This is C. I was having you brought to London.
C.
To MI6.
Oh. That's new. Alright. MI6. God, and I just watched the James Bond movies.
Don't be ridiculous, Franklin. I've read the files. The Doctor is a man.
I've had an upgrade.
Yeah, the Doctor was a man.
It's like she's been erased. This is beyond any human technology.
I was rather worried you were going to say that.
Well.
Doctor, the security of this entire planet is at stake. Can we rely upon you?
Of course you can. Alright. Time for the Doctor to get to work. This is what I've always wanted from her.
Tongue immobilizer chewing gum. How much more do you want?
Yeah, it's great. Keep them common, see? Yeah, put it on the bling.
They are not toys.
Yeah, they're not toys, Graham.
No, they're not, Ryan. And if you say otherwise, I will shoot you with my laser shoot.
All of the assassinations.
Oh, that's hilarious. But the Doctor doesn't need any of that.
He left. I sacked him.
The only person with an open mind about all this, and you let him go.
No.
MI6 has never countenanced the possibility of extraterrestrial life.
Well, you should talk to your mates at GCHQ.
The country has other organizations that deal with all that.
They did.
UNIT, even Torchwood.
They're all gone.
Yeah, they're gone.
Oh, see. You took your eye off the horizon just as things were coming over it.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll call him.
Possible he became a double agent. Or even a triple.
Who for?
Whoa! He just got shot by a laser. Whoa, gosh. Whoa.
Exactly. Luckily, I can read pixels.
Wait.
I took a correspondence.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, the armor. Gone full hermit. Doctor, something's trying to get in.
That's impossible. Nothing can get into the TARDIS.
I didn't know things could get into the TARDIS like that. Neither did I.
Yeah, this is...
But you got rid of it.
This is some serious shit.
Hack his diary, get in there, check him out. Infiltrate Vor. Have a nose around the systems. Be spies, basically.
Yes. Spies.
Absolutely no training.
We got the gadgets.
Listen to this music.
Yeah, but no.
And don't obsess on our total lack of spy training.
Yeah, don't obsess on that.
Yeah.
Think how the Doctor would do it. Swan in there like she owns the place, big smiles, loads of chat, total confidence. We can do this.
I mean, Yez should be able to do this. She's a cop.
Worth racing out from the city just for that.
Could be a trick, right? Projection? Mirrors?
No. No, it's
Say
legit.
hello to the Doctor.
Sorry, you're. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, it was a joke by the others at MI6. Whenever I came into the room to meet C, he'd go, "Oh God."
Ah.
And that became the biggest search engine on the planet.
And more. This company is far more than just a search engine now.
Sure, but the same principles apply. The more data we share, the better it is for the world.
Unless you count disinformation, online abuse, cyberbullying, all of which you've been accused of ignoring. Haven't you?
Hey, why are you looking all weird?
DNA profile. Only 93% human.
That's not good.
Over 7%.
No. Yeah. I like that Yaz is good for, you know, interrogation, even just going undercover. That was good. Oh, gosh.
From what I understand, we were sent here because you're one of the few people that can stop the attacks on our colleagues. So please, go inside, figure it out, and let us do the job we came for.
Doc, come on.
He makes a good point.
Take her around the back. Stay on comms.
These are good people. They're laying down their lives for you. They're gonna fucking die, but I wish they wouldn't, because they're good people. Whoa! What the hell? He's got a hat. There's a bunch of them, too. Oh! Oh, God.
Where are you from?
Far beyond.
Ugh. It's 456.
We take this form to mock you.
Oh, God, it's Sith.
To take
To
this
take this what?
universe.
Okay, that's kind of bad.
I know you're here. Show yourselves.
Uh-oh. Those things.
There have been obstacles.
Uh-oh. He works with them.
Let's see what else is here.
No, no.
Whoa. What? Oh, no. And she had the thing, too. This really is starting to look like the 456.
How much do you know about her? A bit. Our paths crossed very briefly once when she was a man.
And really?
She was a what? Has she never mentioned that? I thought she was joking.
No.
I've got a whole shelf over there all about the Doctor. Everything I could gather.
I wonder which
A lot
form.
of inconsistencies, but it's
Nah.
very, very interesting.
And that is Doctor Who in a nutshell.
Ah. Nothing. That can't be right.
Huh.
Checked it against every known language in the universe.
Yeah.
And there's no match. Ah, wait! I keep the TARDIS systems open for new languages, even on the fringes of the known universe. If I can sync that...
Nah.
Bingo! I think it's coordinates.
Coordinates for what?
In space? No.
Locations for those creatures across planet Earth. Ah, that's more than just a few.
That's a lot.
It's all in the patterns. Steganography, encrypted code, attacks on intelligence agents.
They're
It's all
spies.
spycraft. They're alien spies embedded here on Earth.
Huh.
Why is he doing that?
That's weird.
I don't understand. Multiple Earths? What does that even mean?
Okay.
Another universe
If
with
you
another
really think they're
Earth?
spies, we should be asking who's the spy master? Who's running the alien spies? Because that's the person who holds the answers. Well,
Yeah.
it's got to be that Daniel Barton, right?
What do you reckon, O? Fancy a trip in the box?
I really, really would.
Aw.
Be my guest.
Man, I like him. And we'll have to talk about that later.
Ridiculous.
Somewhere in the lower substrata, there's a wardrobe hall. I think it's
No.
the first right after the karaoke buses.
What do we need a
Karaoke
wardrobe
buses. We're going to a party, we gotta look good. Tuh! They all got tuxes, I like that. I like how she has a tux, but it's still her outfit. Like it's a long coat with the short pants.
The name's Doctor. The Doctor. On the list.
Welcome. Go right on.
Oh, that was great. Doctor. The Doctor. Oh. Good job. Nuh. Good job, guys.
Snap!
Good job.
Is that not the game?
Oh, great. Didn't even play the right game. I figured she would be amazing at, like, poker or something.
Did we win?
No.
No.
So, did you assassinate the head of MI6 yourself, or just order it?
I don't know if spies are that
Think
blunt,
you're at
girl.
the wrong party. You're properly unhinged.
Well, that's beside the point.
I'm on town.
Are we gonna have a car chase?
Remember our trip to the Great Callispran bike-off?
Ah, bikes! Yes! Proper spies. Uh-oh. Well, dodge! He's only got so many bullets. Man, this is insane. Whoop. We gotta be careful, the faceless ones are probably here.
Ow, it's not as if we're gonna just jump on a plane with him, is it? Oh, come on.
Yeah. Sorry, man. Oh my god, they're just gonna jump on a plane.
I need to close the door!
Oh, is he the last one?
Oh, sorry, I've never been good at sprinting.
What?
So, no.
In the main cabin!
Close the door. I can't believe they caught up to a plane like that.
It's the last one in every race at school.
No.
No, I read your file. You're a champion sprinter.
Really? Well, isn't
Well done.
what?
What's going on, Doc? You best take a look out of the window.
Oh God!
How was your house?
What the fuck?
Oh. That's my name, and that is why I chose it. Doctor, I did say, look for the spy master.
He's the spy master.
Should I say spy
Master. Huh. Hi.
You can't be.
Oh, I can be. I very much am.
Nuh. You didn't notice this either times you met him?
Really, oh? I'm her best enemy.
Well, according to you.
Tissue compressions, classic.
Huh.
Ambushed
He shrunk him.
on his way to... Check the seat.
Uh-oh. There's a bomb.
And I made sure no parachutes on board.
There must be a way!
You wouldn't kill yourself. Although, I mean, this is the master. Wow. Well, I guess he can use them to teleport, can't he?
Everything that you think you know is a lie.
What's that supposed to mean?
Finally.
Ah, damn it! Oh. Only took the doctor. Oh, no! Okay. Oh, boy. Oh, he's back. The master is back. Wow. I can't believe that, like, that ruse, like, worked just until he said that. Oh, but he wanted that. That was the moment he needed that ruse to end. And let's, like I said at the beginning, this is full disclosure. I did know the master was going to be in this episode. Which made it all the more interesting because if I didn't know, I would have never suspected that he was the master. Because even if you think like, oh, well, maybe he's actually the villain or something, you would never, I don't think you would ever suspect him being the master. Oh, man, oh, man. So Missy did regenerate. Missy did find a way to regenerate, and now he's back. The master is back. I like how he says, I'm her greatest enemy. It's like, well, according to you. The last time that was brought up, it was Davros. Wait, hold on. Davros is your arch enemy now. I'll scratch his eye out. Oh, man. Man, we've had so much of the Master recently, you know? Like, after having the Master twice in the 10th Doctor's era, none in the 11th Doctor's era, we're just pumping out Master episodes in these last 2 Doctors, you know? It's just crazy, man. Okay, I have to fill something in here. I left a blank note for, you know, those creatures, but we never got what they were called, so I'm just gonna call them... See, now I'm trying to think of something clever. They kind of look like, well, no, I mean, I don't know. They look like they have weird hats on their heads, you know? I'm gonna call them light brights for now. I'm gonna call those creatures the light brights for right now until we know who they are. Man, what a cliffhanger, man. That, honestly, I'll be curious to see where we're going in part 2, because that was a damn good episode, I have to say. And I'm very interested to get more of that, you know? And, I mean, okay, so here's something, you know, we talked about last episode. Like, I wanted more of the 13th Doctor last episode. And I wanted more of her, you know, being the Doctor and going against a Dalek. If we have the Master, that's pretty good, you know? That should, in theory, draw out that missing piece to her performance that I want. So, oh man, what a great episode. The fucking Master. And that's the thing, yeah. Until that moment, there's nothing really suspicious about him, you know? Like, the most you could get is, oh, well, he, you know, like, maybe you could suspect, like, if you're just, I guess, cynical, you could suspect, oh, maybe he's the villain. But how would you ever suspect that he was the Master, you know? Oh, my gosh. So, but yes, we do need to be completely honest that I did know that the Master was going to be in this episode, and I knew, how do you say his, Sasha Dewan? I don't know why I have to say it like that, but I knew he was the Master. So, okay, here's basically what happened. Last year, just about a year ago, probably a little more than that now, I was actually looking for a different way to watch Doctor Who, because it had just been taken off Amazon Prime. And so I was looking for how to watch Doctor Who, and I ended up on the BBC's website. And that was my first mistake. I did end up using... This was Series 7 now. It's crazy to think we were on Series 7 a year ago. We've really powered through a lot. But that's how I watched Series 7 was on the BBC's website, basically. And when I first went there, just big right there, you know, this is the Master. And I was just like, shit, you know? All I did was click on the BBC website, and just there, a giant fuck you spoiler, you know? And I was like, well, shit. Now, luckily, once I actually found the episodes I was watching, there weren't any spoilers on those pages. So I just bookmarked those pages and then went back to those and avoided any other spoilers. But, yeah, there was no getting around that. I was spoiled by that. And another interesting thing is this was before Dad and I watched An Adventure in Space and Time, which also features Sacha Dhawan as oh shit, what the hell was the guy's name? Oh fuck, why can't I remember his name? Waris Hussein, that was it. He played Waris Hussein in An Adventure in Space and Time. And all of you, can I just say, you guys are the least clever people I've ever met in my life. Because all of you were saying, oh, I can't look at him the same way anymore. You know, I can't look at that guy. Man, it's crazy. You know, just after what we've seen, I can't look at him the same way. And because this was after I had already seen the spoiler, I knew what you guys were talking about. That you guys were saying because he was the master in the most recent episodes. So thanks for that, guys. Thanks for not being clever. Anyway, but that's okay. I mean, because even if I didn't know that he was the master, even if I wasn't spoiled to that, I would have watched this episode and be like, okay, I know he's in here, and I know people were talking about it. All right, I gotta be suspicious. But again, you can't really be suspicious of him as being the master. That's just so crazy that it's like, literally, all he says is, I've never been good at sprinting. She calls him out on that, and he's like, well, I guess I better drop the ruse. I'm the master. Like, wait, what? Unless, I mean, it must have been that he literally, first off, he's that good. And it happened again. She was tricked again. This is the third time in modern Doctor Who that the Doctor has met the Master and didn't realize it was the Master. Because it happened when the 10th Doctor met, the War Master. And it happened again when the 12th Doctor met Missy. So, and now it's happening here, where the Doctor met O and didn't realize that was the Master. Dumb bastard. Ironically, the Doctor is way too trusting, you know? Oh, man. But yeah, you could, I don't know. Now, granted, I mean, I was about to ask if anyone suspected he would be the Master, but, I mean, for God's sake, the BBC we're talking about, they probably put that in a trailer or something, you know? I know they put the return of John Sim as the Master in, like, a bunch of promotional material and spoiled that, so... Fucking, now I want them all back. You know? Because it hasn't been that long since we had Missy and the Master. So it's like, well, now I want all three of them. You know? Can you imagine the three of them in their own episode? God, and they were actually all the villains. You know, not just like, because the two of them in the Doctor Falls is great, but they're not really the villains. They're just kind of there, you know? So I would love, like, the Day of the Master when we have all of them there. Fucking put Eric Roberts in there, too. Shit, he'd be fun. And I know that's like an audio drama, but I want it in an episode, you know? And mainly, partly because I just want more Missy. Because Missy's kind of my favorite of the Masters. So, anyway. Well, we have, we've got notes to go through. So... okay, let me try to power through some of these. I like this. I like how this kind of started off like a bit like series 2, where we have our returning companion, and how are they going to explain basically. That granted, Rose didn't need to explain because obviously Jackie and Mickey knew about the Doctor by that point. But I like this one. Although you would assume that Yaz's family would be okay with it because they, at least her mother knows about the Doctor. Kind of. She met the Doctor. It doesn't mean she knows. Doesn't mean Yaz has told them anything. So, but yeah, I like that. It's like, oh, they've been traveling and stuff. So I like all those excuses they made. That was pretty interesting. I was thinking though, it's like, wait, is Graham gonna need to say anything? And it's like, oh, okay, he told his doctor, basically, while he was talking there. So, oh, excuse me. So I like that. We had the government goons, which was funny. I did like, again, the doctor putting the TARDIS in a workshop. It's like, up like a car, and she's messing with shit in there. And I love too, it's not that the doctor was working on anything to actually help the TARDIS. She was working on just like a jungle room or some shit. Like, I love that. That's really funny. But yeah, they were all taken by government goons. And then they were attacked by the sat-nav, the fucking Atmos system. Jeez. We went over to MI6, which is pretty cool. I did love the whole spy theme going on here, And it's so great because I did recently rewatch the Daniel Craig James Bond movies, so it's like, oh, this actually I like this. I'm getting into this, Like, I understand it, It's so cool. So yeah, and we got C, which wasn't in. Was it Spectre where there was a character that they called C? I think that was Andrew Scott as well. Fucking Moriarty, clearly the bad guy. Well, kind of. But anyway. But I will say, okay, so Stephen Fry. Okay, he looks familiar, and I've heard that name before, but I cannot for the life of me tell you where I would have seen Stephen Fry. So maybe I'm just a dumb American and I don't know who this guy is. But I'm pretty sure he's someone. So maybe you could tell me, I'm not up to date on all of my British celebrities, I just recently learned the guys from Top Gear, so I'm working on it, If fucking Jeremy Clarkson showed up, I'd be like, oh shit, it's Jeremy Clarkson. What the fuck is he doing here? But I don't know Stephen Fry, so I'm sorry. You can yell at me in the comments. And also not be clever. Anyway, I'm kidding. I did want, though, because like, oh, we're going to MI6. You know who I really want? I want fucking M. I want fucking Judi Dench to be here. Can you imagine if fucking Judi Dench was here? That shit would be awesome. Ugh. Anyway. Or hell, I would even take Ray Fiennes, from the later Daniel Craig Bond movies, He's pretty cool too. So, anyway. The light brights are changing Spy's DNA. I like how it's like, okay, so these guys are spies from it seems like another universe, They seem like they want to conquer this universe, so fuck it. Where the Master finds these people, I don't know, Like, I mean, I guess some of it, like, okay, obviously the Toclafane was, the humans from Utopia, so he knew about them, he lived among them for a while, and then somehow, for some reason, Missy decided to make Cybermen, It's like, okay, I guess they have Cybermen, and then they accidentally found the Cybermen, and now just, like, here are these, like, weird, different dimension, light bright beings. Like, what the how did the Master find them, They do kind of remind me of the ghosts from Army of Ghosts and Doomsday, which, turned out to be Cybermen. So I was kind of like, I was looking at them, I was like, maybe, I don't know, like, like I was kind of looking at them, like, and like looking at like their head things, and I was like, is that? No, it looks like something else. So if they are Cybermen, I'm really gonna be fucked. But still, it's like, what the fuck are these things? Anyway, but yeah, they're changing DNA. Okay, and another thing, like, if... So I also like, because I'm watching this episode and I'm like, okay, O is the Master. I know that from the get-go. From the get-go? Okay. So I know he's the Master from the beginning. So watching his performance is interesting because, again, he plays it so sincerely. But now, I like that it's nothing like, oh, he put his memories in the fog watch or anything like that. It's like, no, this is just... She's just the Master and she didn't realize it, Which, the 10th Doctor says, like... It's like, oh, I'll be able to recognize him immediately, no matter what form he's taken. really? Can you? Because the next, like, the other two, the 12th Doctor couldn't realize that Missy was a Time Lord, and now the 13th Doctor couldn't realize that O was a Time Lord. Like, are you sure about that? Are you super sure that's the case? Oh, well. Well, it's like he said. It's a lot of inconsistencies, but very interesting. So, oh well. But yeah, so, like, watching his performance, like, okay, it's so sincere, you know? That it's, like, very, very strange knowing that he is the Master. And so, yeah, it's... I don't know, so, like, now going back, it's like, you know, watching him and being like, oh, well, he's going into the TARDIS, like, oh my gosh, it's crazy, it's ridiculous, you know, it's like, that's just him. Like, there's no two ways around it. It's like, no, that's him. And he's just like, oh, it's ridiculous. Of course, that's probably the Master saying, what on earth have you done? What have you done to your TARDIS now? What kind of design is this, you know? So yeah, it was very interesting to watch his performance, knowing that he was the Master. But honestly, if you hadn't told me he was, I would not have, like, I wouldn't have suspected he was the Master. Like, again, you may be able to be like, oh, well, he's clearly, you know, he's probably going to be the bad guy in this. But then it's like, well, I mean, I guess, but how would you ever think he's the Master, you know? Then we got Vor and Barton, which was interesting. Again, more spy stuff, which was really cool. I like that, and I love all the gadgets. Again, these gadgets that, honestly, the Doctor would never need because she has the sonic screwdriver. Or I guess, I mean, the Doctor has made gadgets before, but she makes them, you know? So, but I like that. And then the Light Brights were interesting. They want to conquer this universe, and they use this form to mock, I guess, the humanoids. So, I don't know what the hell they are. But yeah, they seem to be alien spies, which I do like that. This whole spy theme that's going on this time. So, that's all really, really cool. Let's see. I will say, great moment for Yaz when they go and they interview Barton. Because it's like, you know, we have... I don't know. I don't want to say, like, she hasn't had many good moments, because she has had some. But I don't know. I like having, you know, it's honestly bringing in her police training, you know, which is really good. Like, I would imagine if this was on Torchwood, this would be Gwen doing that, you know, like, so I really do like that, bringing that in. So it's also interesting, by the way, kind of mentioned Torchwood, you know, when MI6 is like, oh, we don't think about extraterrestrial life because there are things like UNIT and Torchwood, and it's like, no, they're gone. Which I didn't realize the joke last episode was that the reason UNIT is gone is because of Brexit, basically. I did not even get that joke, but I got it later. I was like, oh, okay, that's funny. It sucks because we don't have UNIT, but yeah, but we don't even have Torchwood, you know? Where the fuck is Captain Jack? What was the last... Well, the last time we saw Jack would have been in Torchwood. It was him, Gwen, Reese, and the fuck was his name? They were at Esther's funeral. What the fuck was his name? I can't think of it. God, how long has it been since we watched Miracle Day? What the hell was his name? I can't think of it. Maybe I'll remember later, but I can't think of his fucking name. I don't know. That's gonna drive me crazy. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. It was probably loud on the mic. I'm sorry. Whoa, why can't I remember his name? Alright, fuck it. I gotta look this up because it's gonna drive me insane. Wait, no, not Amazon. Fucking... Did I talk to you? No. Torchwood. Wait, Rex. It was Rex, wasn't it? Yes. Rex. Math. Who gives a shit about his last name? Yeah, that was it. It was Rex. Okay, I kept wanting to say, like, Roy, and it's like, that's not fucking right. Okay, it was Rex. Okay, finally. Yes. Last time we saw Jack, he was with Rex, who had just become immortal himself. Spoilers. So, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, the whole thing of like, oh, well, Unit's gone, Torchwood is gone. I mean, Torchwood was barely 2 people, kind of became 4 people, and then kind of wasn't 4 people, so yeah, Torchwood's not really reliable, you know, and who the fuck knows where Jack and Gwen are, you know? So yeah, but that was interesting that it's like, okay, MI6 just sort of looked away. I like how she says, you took your eyes off the horizon right as things were coming over. Like, oh, that was a really good metaphor. Yeah, because it's interesting. It's like, why would... You would never suspect MI6 as having to deal with aliens, you know? So... But it's just that it's affecting their spies, you know? Let's see. I guess other than that... I did like everyone dressing up in tuxedos and going to the party. Again, a very, very Bond-esque. Again, I like that, you know, everyone else is wearing a normal tuxedo, but I like how the Doctor's, her jacket is longer and her pants are still shorter, like her normal pants. So I like that little detail that it's like, yes, the Doctor's in a tuxedo, but it's still a doctor tuxedo. Like, it's more closer to her outfit. So I like that. And honestly, it is honestly just pretty cool to have the Doctor back. Well, first off, back in a suit, which we haven't had with 13, but also in a bow tie and everything. Like, oh, that's kind of nice, you know? So yeah. And then the last thing I wrote down is the Master. It's the Master. Again, how would you suspect that O was the Master? Even if you think O is the villain, you know? I would also be very curious. Like, I do kind of want to see the information gathered on the Doctor that he had. Now, granted, that would be information by the Master, you know, not by O. But it was also interesting when he said, like, oh yeah, I met her when she was a man, you know? So I'm curious which form that would be. Like, it might have been 12, but could have been any of them before her, you know? So I really like that. And I like, you know, Graham saying, like, oh, I always thought she was joking about that. It's like, no, she was a man. And, you know, and when C comes in and he's like, no, I read the files. The Doctor is a man. And it's like, you know, to his credit, when you have files that say, well, for 13 lives, this dude was a dude. And then suddenly it's like, oh no, this dude's a woman now. It's like, oh, well, I'm sorry. You seem to have a thing going for 13 lives, but okay, here we are. It's like, hey, that's cool. Just saying. So, although I guess, you know, it's not right for him to assume, but still, you know, if he looked over the file, and, you know, this Doctor hasn't made too many waves yet. This is the first real time with this Doctor interacting with, like, someone from the government, so, but yeah. I guess that's pretty much it. This was a really, really great episode. I really enjoyed it, honestly. Like, this is probably one of the best episodes we've had of the 13th Doctor so far. I mean, yes, obviously we do have to, you know, put in the caveat of, yes, it's not as high as Rosa or Demons, but those I feel like are on their own. They're on another level, you know, whereas this, you know, this is pretty top tier of everything else, basically. So I'll be very curious to see what we're going to be doing next time. And hell, this is just the premiere, so who knows what the fuck we're going to be doing from now on. And yeah, next episode I will be able to completely watch without any spoilers, because we got through the spoiler that I knew. Now, I will go ahead and say there is technically one other thing I know. It's not from the finale, as you might suspect immediately. No, it's another character that's going to be returning this season. I'll go ahead and say that I do know that, but I don't know anything around like, the plot or anything that happened, which was true about this. I knew the Master was coming back. I didn't know what the fuck the plot was about, though. So, yeah. And also, obviously, I do know that there's going to be something big at the end of the season. I just don't know what the hell it is. So, we'll keep that a mystery until we get there. But yeah, that is basically it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Doctor Who reactions, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.